Hello everyone. So in the last class we have studied about Newton's third law of motion. So now today we will learn about conservation of momentum. But we will recall the topic which we have studied in the first chapter, that is in the chemistry. So that is conservation of mass. So do you remember what do you mean by conservation of mass? Or do you remember the statement of conservation of mass? Yes, that is, the mass can neither be created nor destroyed. So only it can be transformed from one form to another form. So now please tell me, what do you mean by conservation? So as we can say that commonly in general, so conservation meaning restore. That means there is no loss of any mass or in case of energy. So for that reason we have the statements for conservation of mass, conservation of energy. So now today it is conservation of momentum. That means the total momentum of the system is restored. That means there is no loss and there is no gain. So for that reason it is called as conservation or restoring of the momentum. Right? So now we will study about this conservation of momentum. But now we will recall that definition of momentum. What do you mean by momentum? So momentum is defined as it is a product of mass and velocity. I will repeat again. Momentum is the product of mass and velocity. Right? So now we will move on to the main topic, that is conservation of momentum. So for this we will take an example. So consider, suppose two objects. So namely we will take it as two balls. Consider the two balls as, the first ball as M, and then this is the second ball also as M, right? But how do we differentiate between these two? So for that reason I will write it as MA and this ball as MB, and then these two balls are traveling in the same direction along a straight line at different velocities. So since they have different velocities, we will represent like this. So now what will be the initial velocity of this ball, that is MA? It will be U. So since it is the first ball A, so I will write it as UA. Then the initial velocity of this ball will be U, and then it will be B, that is UB, right? So now what is our condition? We have the two balls which are moving in the same direction along the straight line, whereas their velocities, which velocity? That is initial velocity is different. So for first ball it is UA and for second ball it is UB. Now, and consider there are no other external unbalanced forces or acting on them. Now let consider UA, that is initial velocity of the first ball, will be greater than initial velocity of the second ball. Then what do you think what happens here? So since the initial velocity of the first ball is greater than the initial velocity of the second ball, we can imagine that they gets collide with each other, right? Because it is moving fast and it is somewhat slow compared to the first one. So since it is moving fast, what do you expect? We can expect that the ball, that is MA, it collides with the ball MB. So for that reason, you know what we can say? So during collision which lasts for a time t, because during collision it takes some time, right? So during collision which lasts for a time t, the ball A, it exert force, that is we will take it as F A. So the ball, which ball? That is A ball, it exert force on ball B, right? And then the ball B, this one, the second ball, that is the ball B, also exert a force, that is we call it as ball B, it exerts force on ball A. So we can show this in this picture like this. So this is ball A and consider this is ball B. So whenever they collide each other, this ball A exerts force on ball B. So we have represented it as FAB, and in turn the ball B also exerts the same force on ball A, and we represent this as force exerted by B on ball A. Now suppose the final velocities of the first ball and the second ball are the velocities of the two balls. So for example, we will write like this: VA. So what do you mean by V? So this V represents final velocity, and since I wrote it as VA, this will be the final velocity of the first ball, that is ball A. And then if I write VB, so this is V, it represents final velocity. So which one? The final velocity of the ball B, right? So here we can consider these two as final velocities of ball A and ball B, that is after collision, right? Why? Because before collision they have some velocity, initial velocity, but after collision the velocity of these two ball changes. So for that reason, after collision, that VA will be the final velocity of ball A and VB will be the final velocity of ball B. So now if we consider the equation of momentum, so do you remember the equation of momentum? That is P equal to M into V. So P means momentum, M is mass, V means velocity, right? So now if we consider this for our ball activity or for our example, how do we represent this in our example? So for example, consider the momentum of ball A, that is before and after the collision. When before and after the collision, so how we will represent it? That is M, since it is velocity, now which velocity we are taking? Initial velocity. So MA, for initial velocity it is UA, and if we consider for final velocity, that is after collision velocity changes, so there will be final velocity. So for the first ball, A is MA into VA, right? And then the rate of change of its momentum, so when does the rate of change of momentum changes? So that is whenever we exert force, right? So here the ball A exerts force on ball B. The ball A, it exerts force on ball B. So we have represented that by FAB, right? So during collision. So what happens during collision? We can observe rate of change of momentum, right? So what it indicates is it will be MA, since there is rate of change of velocity, we will represent it as VA minus UA divided by T. You know why I wrote this VA and UA in place of V? Because since it is rate of change of velocity, we have a term, that is a physical quantity. The rate of change of velocity is called as acceleration. And what is the formula of acceleration? That is V minus U by T. But here we are considering for our first ball, that is ball A. So I wrote it as force exerted by the ball A on ball B. We are taking it as rate of change of momentum, because the momentum changes when we exert force. So this is, it indicates that force, and then which is equal to mass, mass into velocity, that is rate of change of velocity, that is acceleration formula, right? And similarly, if we take it as similarly for which one? For ball B. Now we will take it for ball B. Now what happens? For ball B, the initial momentum of the ball B will be MBUB, right? this is initial velocity. So P equal to mb into ub. And after collision, its velocity changes. So final velocity will be, that is P equal to mb into vb, right? See, this is the initial momentum, this is final momentum. Now how we will represent rate of change of momentum for ball B? So the rate of change of momentum of ball B, that is equal to F, that is force exerted by B on ball A, which is equal to same, that is momentum formula mb, because this is ball B and here it is ball A, into rate of change of momentum, that is Vb minus ub divided by t. Clear? So now this is the rate of change of momentum when, that is for initial velocity and for final velocity of ball A, that is force exerted by ball A on ball B. And here this is the momentum, that is initial momentum of the ball B, this is for final momentum of the ball B, and this is the equation for rate of change of momentum, that is the force exerted by ball B on ball A. Clear? So now if you remember Newton's third law of motion, so what does Newton's third law of motion states? So it states that there is an reaction for an action and that reaction will be equal in magnitude and opposite in direction, right? I will repeat again. For every action there is an opposite and equal reaction which is equal in magnitude but opposite in direction. So now if we apply the Newton's third law of motion for this topic, that is for conservation of momentum, what do we get? So that is the force exerted, that is the force exerted by ball A on ball B, right, is equal to the force exerted by ball B on ball A. Is this clear? Why? Because as we can say that ball A exert force on ball B like this, that is F force exerted ball A on ball B. In turn the ball B also exert the same force on ball A, the force exerted by ball B on ball A, which is equal in magnitude but opposite in direction. So we are representing that here. So the force exerted by ball A on ball B is equal to the force exerted by ball B on ball A. But according to Newton's third law of motion, what it is? It is opposite in direction. So since it is positive, here it will be negative, right? So now we will substitute this equation here. So now what we will get? So we will get, in place of FAB, we will substitute this MA into VA minus UA by T, and in place of FBA, we will substitute MB into VB minus UB by T. Now what we will get? So that is MA into VA minus UA divided by T, which is equal to minus, because minus FAB, right? I will write it here or again, FAB, which is equal to minus FBA. So minus, what is FBA? That is MB into VB minus UB divided by T. So on simplification, what we will get? So this T and T gets cancelled. Now take the multiplication of this. MA into VA, we will get MA VA. Next plus into minus, minus MA UA. Next sign equals minus MB into minus Vb, what we will get? We will get minus mb into Vb. Next minus into minus plus mb into ub. Now take all initial velocities to one side and then all final velocity to one side, that was LHS and RHS. So on rearranging, what we will get is we will obtain ma into ua plus mb into ub, which is equal to ma into va plus mb into vb. See here, this ma into ua minus, when it comes to here it becomes plus, and when this plus comes to this side it becomes plus. That means the sign changes, right? So here this equation, what it shows is the total momentum of the two ball is conserved, right? That is, since maua plus mbub is the total momentum of the two ball, when, that is before collision, the total momentum of the two ball, that is maua plus mbvb, will be total momentum of the two balls, that is ab, that is before collision. This is before collision because it is initial velocity. So before collision is equal to the total momentum of the two balls, that is after collision. So by this we can say that the total momentum remains unchanged or conserved provided no other external forces acts. So as a result, as this ideal collision experiment, we say that the sum of momenta of the two objects before collision is equal to the sum of momenta after the collision, provided there is no external unbalanced force acting on them. I will repeat again. The sum of momenta of the two objects before collision is equal to the sum of the two objects, that is momenta of the two objects after collision, when there is no external unbalanced forces acting on them. So this is known as the law of conservation of momentum. So this will be the important statement for your exam, that is law of conservation of momentum. What is the equation? That is ma into ua plus mb into ub equal to ma into va plus mb into vb. So now for this, do we have any example? Yes, to show this we have so many activities. So now in that we will take one activity for example. So you do one thing, just take a rubber string or a thread and stretch the thread between any two support like this. So suppose here we have two hooks which is opposite to each other. Now in between these two hooks I gave a thread. Now before giving support to this thread, we have to insert a straw into this, like this. Now to this straw we have to stick a balloon, an inflated balloon, where the ends of the balloon is not closed. Now if we leave the balloon, what we can see, so whenever the air comes out of the balloon it moves forward, right? See, the force is exerting, the air force is exerting towards this side and the balloon is moving in the opposite direction. So we can say that for every action there is an opposite and equal reaction. That means the total momentum is conserved. Clear? So we can observe these kind of many examples in our nature. So this is about conservation of momentum.